Welcome to WEFTEC Now. I'm Travis Loop from the Water Environment Federation. We're here to talk about WEF's InFLOW program. I'm with Bree Nakamura. She is the Senior Manager of the Water Science and Engineering Center at WEF. And we have Autumn McNeill, a senior from Howard University. Thank you both for being here.
No problem.
Yeah, so Bree, what is InFLOW?
So our InFLOW program, we started it last year in 2018. It is a very great acronym for Introducing Future Leaders to Opportunities in Water. Last year, our board really wanted to push to kind of enhance the diversity and inclusiveness of our water industry, and this was a way for us to reach out to some of those underserved student groups and bring them to WEFTEC to show them all the opportunities that they have in water and just how massive and exciting the water industry is.
Yeah, and I know that it's grown a great bit from last year to this year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year we had 16 students from Howard University, the University of South Florida, and Tuskegee University out in Alabama. And this year we've actually grown to 41 students.
Wow.
We have two different tracks. We have our STEMpath track, which is kind of a little bit like the traditional college student track. We have students from Howard University, like Autumn, the University of South Florida, Florida International University, Florida A&M, the University of Alaska Anchorage, and the University of Hawaii. So we've also expanded the number of groups that we're outreaching to too. And then we also have a second track. It's our CAREERtech track, which is more kind of on that operational and maintenance side, really having students that are looking at green jobs, looking at operational maintenance, and all those students are local to Chicago and part of the Greencorps program here in Chicago.
Oh, very, very cool. So I know that the students are brought here to WEFTEC, and that's through some great sponsorships. Who are the sponsors of the program?
Yeah, so this year we have a lot of sponsors. This was really exciting, and a lot of people got really into the program. So our founding sponsors are CADIS. We also have Xylem, ETC, Black & Beach, Centrisis, Suez, and CDM Smith sponsoring the program.
Yeah, so big thanks to all of them for making this possible and allowing so many students to come here to WEFTEC.
Absolutely.
Could you talk about the experience they have here and what they do through being here for many days?
Yeah, so we keep them really busy while they're here. The students actually get here on Thursday night. They go to Waterpalooza, which is a student and professional event where they get to kind of do some outreach with the community, teach those future generations of water, all about water. Mm-hmm. They also participate in the student service project on Saturday. This year on Sunday, they got to take a tour of the Stickney wastewater treatment plant from MWRDC. And then we have them doing a lot of the student and young professional events on Monday, including opening general session, the Students and Professionals Committee meeting, the career fair, and we're kind of wrapping it all up today with a really great discussion panel of some of our really awesome and interesting leaders in water, and also a luncheon sponsored by Arcadis as kind of a closing event for the students.
And so, you know, there were students that went through it last year, there's students going through it now. Have there been any, you know, real world results from it as far as students kind of entering into water, or?
Yeah. So one of the things we learned last year is that some of the students were a lot more green than we expected about the water industry. They were really surprised when they came to WEFTEC about how massive it is and how many opportunities there were. And it was actually really exciting because we had 3 of the students get hired by one of our sponsors, Arcadis. And we also have another student who got hired at a local utility in her area. So we did have out of 16, we had about 4 that went into the water industry right after.
That's amazing.
The program, so it's really exciting.
Awesome. Okay, so with 41 this year, we should have about 10 that get current jobs, right? We're hoping. So, Autumn, what has this experience been like for you? Why were you interested in being part of InFLOW?
I was interested in InFLOW because being an environmental studies and sociology major, we look more at people, but we don't look at actually how the environment is triggered by other things. So the water industry was very interesting to see, like, there's engineers, there's communications, there's outreach, just to see the different tracks that the water industry has and how it affects people in different ways. And since I study how people impact their environment, it was very interesting to see how, like, just this industry alone, how big it is and how impactful it is.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, right? That it's that all the diversity of careers and types of parts of the industry and so forth. I think there was a Brookings Institution report that identified 212 different careers in water. So, and I'm happy that you mentioned communications and outreach several times there, since that's my career track. So what's it been like for you being at WEFTEC?
It's been overwhelming, but in a very good way, because like, one, the conference is huge. When I was coming here, I didn't realize how far we were walking. I was like, wow, it's not just machines and pipes, there's like other things here too. Like, I'm very interested in like different federal agencies, and a lot of them are here for Chicago and the federal government itself. Like, the EPA was here, and I talked to them about how they have finance, scientists in all different parts of their water sector, walking over, just seeing the way that the different stations were set up with different interactive activities, the way that people filtrate their water, or how the plants filtrate their water, just seeing the differences. So it's been very overwhelming, but also a full like lens to see how the water industry works from start to finish.
Yeah, so what do you think this will do for you going forward? You're a senior, so you've got another 9 months of college here. You know, do you think it will help shape maybe your career choices or what you're interested in?
Yes, it's been very eye-opening, especially the career fair that was hosted by WEF. It showed me that I don't necessarily have to work with just a federal agency. I can work with other entities in the water industry. For instance, like Arcadis. I met Ashley, she's been great. And it was very nice to talk to them about the different factors, because I'm not an engineer, but they were like, oh, you can go into outreach, communications, you can help when we do advertisements, how we word things, how we talk to our community. So it's very nice to open it up more to me, and I can bring it back to Howard itself and show we can also do this with our majors as well.
Yeah. Do you think that this will help you be an ambassador for the water sector with your other students, you know, over this school year, and be like, you guys should check out the water sector?
Yes, it's because we in DC, we always say, oh, we're not going to drink the water because there's been issues lately with the DC water. But now knowing that there are things that we can do to help our water, there are things we can advocate for, it's going to be very big for me to go out into the DC community and Howard community and bring everything I've learned back home.
Super happy to hear all of that. Good stuff. Well, thank you both for coming on and talking about InFLOW.
Thank you for having us.
Sure. Thank you for watching. For more interviews, please visit weftec.org/now.